What's up, guys? It is Critical Miss. We are back. I'm having a little bit of trouble lately getting my videos to work properly. I apologize for that. We are here in the Toxic Ant Hill, and it looks like a cockroach queen has made her home here. So we are going to probably take Mithridates off. We'll take that. I don't know if she's hostile or not. Yep. That's why we put that stuff on, just in case. While we do today's video, I do want to discuss something with everyone on my channel. I would like to discuss the possibility of changes for Grounded 2. If anybody has contact with the devs, there are some changes that I think this game desperately needs from a viewpoint standing and playing it as a new player. I have watched videos on this game, so I don't want people thinking that I don't know what I'm talking about. I do. I know what I'm talking about. I know what, needs to get done, and I know this is an early development game. However, as playing this after Grounded 1, there are a few things I've noticed that kind of disappoint me. And one of them is the simple fact that this game does not have a lot of the old Grounded 1 bugs in it already, and I don't know if that's because they wanted to reskin them or give them new abilities or whatever it is. It's just, here's my problem with this. Here's my problem. I'm gonna lose this fight because RNG bullcrap. I didn't want to get my bow out. Okay, what I was trying to say is this game has one major issue that needs to really be addressed. One, it doesn't have a lot of the original Grounded bugs in it at launch. That's really disappointing. It should have had more bugs in the game, and I'm sorry if anybody disagrees, but it should. The bugs in particular that I would have liked to have seen at least come back and reskinned quickly. Lightning bugs should have been in the game at launch. They should have been in. Sorry, they should have been in. They need to nerf where you find all these tier 3 creatures at the beginning of the game. You literally find a wolf spider at the beginning. Not only do you find a wolf spider at the beginning, you find a prey mantis. Now, I have seen it, I have not versed it, but it's in the beginning area, which to me is, not to be mean, it's freaking ridiculous. It should not be in the beginning area of the game. It should be nowhere near that, because obviously that's a hard creature. The first game had everything spaced out. You didn't see tier 3 enemies until you got to the sandbox. And if you're following the story, if you followed along, it told you to go to the hedge lab, then the pond, and or the haze. All of those areas are between Gear 1 and Gear 2 places. Not once are you going to find a tier 3 creature until you hit to that sandbox. And then you would find... tier 3 creatures in the sandbox. You would find antlions, which were your first tier 3 creature. They weren't that hard. They weren't that bad. They were easy, and that was fine. But this game just doesn't have a good layout right now. It really doesn't. It's actually really disappointing, the layout of this game. And it needs to be improved before launch. It really does. The next thing that needs to be addressed, and I do want to say this as kindly as I can, there needs to be incentives to play at nighttime. There is not enough incentives to play at night. It's very disappointing, and it's very lackluster. Scorpions should not be roaming around the map. They are nocturnal creatures. They would roam at night. I know it doesn't have to be a lore accurate completely, but let's be real here. They need to be somewhat accurate with these creatures. You're not going to find scorpions roaming around during the day that much. You're really not. I think they should get a buff, and I think they should be at night. I think those two things would help improve people and make them want to play during the nighttime more. I think lightning bugs and moths should be in the game, and again, more active during night. Super rare and super hard to find during the day. My last major complaint that I do need to get out of the way here, and this one is a pretty big major one in my opinion. The bigger scorpions, I know they're making variants of these things. The bigger scorpions should be a tier 3 enemy. They should not have been tier 2. And they're dying so easily to wolf spiders. I literally watch on a daily basis because of where my base is located. It took, I think it was two or three juniors, or no, it was the nymphs. The nymph scorpionlings, there was like 4 of those, a junior, and a big one. And they still lost to the wolf spider. And then what happened after, and this is crazy, I wish I would have filmed it, I really do, but I was so distracted by it. 2 larvae showed up. Okay, 2 larvae showed up. And what other bug was it? It was 2 larvae, and I think a bombardier beetle showed up or something. And they finished off the... the wolf spider, but the 2 larvae died, obviously, and the bombardier beetle died from poison. So all those creatures is what it took to finally kill one wolf spider. Now, do I like that? Do I think that's great? Yes. Do I think scorpions should have died that easily to a wolf spider? Absolutely not. I think that the bigger ones need a buff, in my opinion, to be more accurate and to be more challenging. And I don't think they should be spaced out all over the yard. That part really ticked me off because it just... They need to be more active during nighttime, not during the day. You know? They do. I'm totally taking advantage of cheesing you. But these are just my complaints about the game so far. I wouldn't mind debating somebody who has more experience with Grounded. I see Jade. I wouldn't mind I'm Cade. Any of these YouTubers, if they ever wanted to talk and discuss these type of things, I know they have a lot bigger influence in the Grounded community. But, it's crazy to me that I don't see anybody else talking about this point of view, and it kind of mind blows me, if I'm being honest. It really does. It's crazy that no one is thinking about these types of things. No one is mentioning it to the developers. It mind blows me. And personally, I think it should be something that is addressed. I really hope she doesn't do that head falling off move. You're gonna do it, aren't you? Yep, you are. But, yeah, I don't see why it's so hard for them to just, make these kinds of changes. They should have been in at launch. I get it. Sometimes you just want to get some stuff done. I get it. I truly do. But it's just a missed opportunity in my mind. I really am disappointed at the state of the bugs in this game at launch. Grounded 1, it made sense. And I know everybody's going to just say, it's early access, you don't have to play it, you can wait till the game comes out, it's early access. You got a point there. But at the same time, let's use some actual criticism. That's not one that you can just throw out there every single time to end an argument. Just say, oh, well, you don't have to play it until the game comes out. Well, let's be real. If you want a great game and they want feedback, this right here, this is the feedback I want to give. Make the game somewhat more accurate with this stuff. Make scorpions be the biggest ones be a little bit more of a rare encounter and not tier 2. They should never have been tier 2. Is that a chip? Yep, it's a chip. Okay. It's just, it mind blows me that they, you know, that no one's giving back criticism like this. I've watched some of the interviews and people asking questions. I saw stuff about granola bars and stuff. Like, really? No, that's not what I want. I want more information on what you're going to do to change and, you know, make the bugs in this game better improvements. Might as well collect some mushrooms while I'm here. But, you know, I see people not really commenting on these types of questions. I want to see a more in-depth point of view on what we can do to make bugs better in this game that are already existing, to make it to where if someone comes and tries this game, say someone picks this game up after the winter update comes out, okay? There needs to be a change. There needs to be a change. A change of the layout to represent the game like it did in Grounded 1. Okay, I should be able to go to the top floor and you be able to see a huge difference. And the fact that you can't is just kind of appalling to me. And it is appalling. There just needs to be more of a variety in this game with combat abilities of how you verse stuff. Scorpions should be a lot more difficult. I'm sorry. They have a hard carapace. It wouldn't make sense for them to be beaten so easily. You're making them... Oh, dang it. I'm going to eat this stuff because I need food. Definitely going to take a smoothie. I'm going to take more of these. But, no, it's just... I don't know. These are just my thoughts on the game, if I'm being honest. I really think there should be more feedback on the bugs, in my opinion. There really should. I don't see anybody talking about it as much as I would like. I don't like that no one's talking about it at all. What is this? A gloom skewer? Of course I don't. Okay, I don't need these two things. We'll take that. What is a gloom skewer? Where do we go? Keen pincer alarms, absolute dangerous, gaping wound. I don't know what that does, but we'll look at it in a minute. But, yeah, no, I don't like that no one's talking in particular about the bugs in this game and how they could be improved. I know I haven't beat all the game that's available right now, but as I've been playing, as I've been grinding for resources, these are the things I've noticed. The combat ability of these is just sourly lacking, and the only thing that I have to worry about is a wolf spider, but it was at the beginning of the freaking map, which is mind-blowing to me. It should not be at the beginning. That is the only creature so far that has been a challenge to kill. In the first game, when I versed things for the first time, it was a challenge. And I'm playing on medium. I mean, you could play on WoW mode, but, you know, there's a huge difference. It mind blows me that they didn't consider these things when making this game. They just shoved all the new creatures right at the beginning of the game for you to see and experience. There's no incentive to explore, and there isn't. Don't sit here and tell me there is. There is not. There is not that much to explore. I took my aunt, roamed around the entire map, and I've seen enough videos of people playing this game to know that there is not a lot to go running around and doing. And this is the second game. I want to express that as a key point here. This is the second Grounded game. It is not the first. Okay? A lot of people are coming off the high of the first one. You do not sit here and make a sequel and make it be less than the first one was. it should be more. The only thing that's bigger about this game is the map size. And congratulations, you made the map bigger. So proud of you for doing that. Now, what I really want is you to have half the bugs that you don't have in this game back in it and have your new bugs spaced out. They shouldn't all be right beside each other. They really, 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 really should not. And again, it mind blows me that they are all right beside each other. Every single one of them. Every single one of them is right beside each other. And to me, that is just not... There's no excuse for that. I shouldn't start this game up. The first thing I see is a scorpion, a butterfly, a cockroach nymph. The only thing that you have to go out of your way that's brand new to look for, and it's still in the beginning area, is the praying mantis. The only new bug, and I'm putting a massive amount of air quote around that you don't see unless you get further in the game, is one, the boss that they added for a whole update, whole fall update revolved around just one boss and one set of armor. Really lackluster, in my opinion. And it really is. The only bug you have to go out of your way to find is the cockroach queen. But if we're being honest, it's just a cockroach with extra health, special effect of sizzling, and that's it. It doesn't drop anything different than any of the other creatures in this game. And to me, that's really, really sad that it doesn't do anything else. It doesn't add any sustenance to the game. You could have done cockroach jelly or cockroach wings with the cockroach queen, but you didn't. You just didn't add anything different. And these are vastly missed opportunities. And maybe a lot of people that are big in the grounded community don't know a lot about bugs, but, you know, that is something that should have been added. And it should have been. These are heavily missed opportunities that I desperately need to see a change to before the game's final launch. I don't mind trying to cover this game as it gets more updates, and I do want to do that because Grounded is a fantastic game, and I love it. I do. I love this game very, very much. But these are the criticisms I have, and I hope they do something with it. If not, you know, my feelings gonna get hurt. No, but I'm gonna say it's a missed opportunity. I've watched a lot of the Grounded community play this game, and some of the community I do like. Some of the community gets hate for criticizing this game. And if I'm going to get hated on just for saying some points that I think are pretty valid, again, I'm not hating this game. I would love to support it more, you know, if they want to. I bought that extra edition where I got those 4 extra skins. I'll buy extra skins for this game. It was worth it. But it needs to change the approach for how they treat some of these bugs, how they treat the gameplay, how they set up the yard. It looks like they did not think about that when they set this game up. The first game was just so intricate on how everything functioned. Again, you knew what you kind of expected to see and know what you were versing going into the first game. Even if you never played it, you knew that the beginning area, the worst thing that you could run into was a wolf spider. You knew that was the apex predator of the lower yard on land, not in the haze area. You knew that was what was going to be your apex predator, was a wolf spider. You knew that you had to work up to conquer that. It wasn't just something you could see, hope to fight, and maybe kill. It was something you had to look forward to. Orb Weavers were still a good challenge. This game, I can kill them super easily with tier 1 things. I don't even have to plan it out. That was crazy to me, but I was fine with it. And I am not complaining about that part. It was fine. But I'm able to walk around the beginning part of this area and find almost every single bug. And it's a clear distinction on what bug I need to worry about. It's the wolf spider, and it's able to kill everything in this game, no problem. It doesn't have an issue slaughtering all the scorpions that grouped up on it. It had no issue slaughtering additional bugs that came to attack it. That is insane. And that's stuff that needs to be addressed. It does. It needs to be addressed. I would love to debate anybody if I could. If any bigger YouTube stars, I think there's Sir Dinky, a few others. I didn't watch all your videos. I know there's a lot more YouTubers that cover this game. I know I'm Cade, I know Sir Dinky, and I know JD. And I would love to discuss with these guys, because I know they have a lot bigger influence in the grounded community, and I know they have a vast influence with the devs who make Grounded. I would love for them to acknowledge at least these minor complaints. I know they do videos, and I've tried asking questions on there before, and mine never got answered. The last one I tried asking questions on, and it just didn't get answered. Well, I should be more specific. My friend asked the questions for me. Because, I watched him play this game, and I, thought about it, wanted to try it out, wanted to stream it, stuff like that. Just me having fun doing this stuff. It's a great game. And it is. It is a fantastic game. There are no complaints on the gameplay through me. They are not here. I love this game. I would give it even though it's in early development, I'd give it a good 10 out of 10. It's fun, it's amazing, but it needs some... Well, I can't give it a 10 out of 10 if I'm going to ask for changes. I'd give this game a solid 8 out of 10. Even though it's in early development, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. We'll go with that. Okay? It has some things that need to be... How should I put this? Redone? Restructured? But other than that, it's an overall solid game. And it is. It's a great game. Solid gameplay. It just has some issues that need to be addressed by the developers, in my opinion. And the biggest ones are change how some of these bugs work, change their tiers, or something. I mean, it's ridiculous when I watch a wolf spider destroy. It's not even a contest. They're literally destroying an army of scorpions. That just wouldn't happen. And the fact that it does, it kind of does bother me, because it's not something that should be that simple. In my opinion, it really shouldn't be. It's not something that should be like, oh, it's so easy to kill. It shouldn't be. But I'm done ranting about the state of this game so far. We're just going to get back to streaming and game playing this. I do have a chip to turn in. I believe I'm going to make sure I don't have anything in my baskets that needs to be researched, because I thought I did, but we will check just to make sure. Okay, perfect. All I have is this. That works out. But yeah, I would love to know your thoughts. You can comment. You can share this video to some grounded YouTubers. I'd love to debate them on these types of topics. Obviously, I'm new to YouTube. May not even stream these videos the best, but it's a work in progress. I'm trying, and I'm having fun doing it the way I'm doing it, so I have no complaints. I do watch quite a few YouTubers talk about this game. I love Jade. PG, I think his name is. I love him the most so far because of him just covering leaks and spoilers sometimes. And I love that. I love seeing what might come to this game, what might not come to this game. Because Grounded is a great game. I do love it. I think I'm almost becoming obsessed with it at this point. So I just want to stream my experiences and talk about it. It's fun. But yeah, love watching his videos. I do watch. Now that I completed Grounded 1, I allow myself to watch the videos. I did go back and watch ImCade play it. That man, I don't know if he sees this video. You are hilarious. Keep playing Grounded. You definitely got me hooked with that. That he is hilarious. Love that guy. He's hilarious. I watched a little bit of Sir Dinky, and I think the other one was Paralyzer. Those are the guys I watched play a little bit of Grounded. But yeah, it was a good experience watching them play. It truly was. But I tried watching some of their videos on this game, seeing their opinions, their reactions. I'm gonna just buy all of this. I wanted to know their thoughts. And they were okay, but I don't see any of them complaining about. I don't see what I would prefer them to complain about, at least with the bugs. I see them saying the game's great, you know, and all that, and they do have some minor concerns, but I don't see anybody discussing the bugs, and I don't like when people say, if your argument is, or it's early access. That's not an argument. That is not a validating argument. There's so many early access games. That is not going to count as an argument. It's not. So if you're going to use that as an argument and you want to have a discussion with me, then you might as well leave the chat, because I'm not going to acknowledge that as an argument. You can't say it's early access and that's why it's not done, it's not complete. You can't judge it, because you can. That's the whole point of an early access game, is they want you to judge it. Give them constructive feedback. Give them some options of the future to include. I'm not going to go as negative as a certain YouTuber. I've noticed there's a particular Grounded YouTuber who went very negative towards this game. I'm going to try my best not to be super negative as we continue to play this game, but the only things I have noticed is I would like the Scorpions to get changed some. They need to be changed. They need to be changed quite a bit. They're not the same. And for future bugs, please do not put them in the front of a new area. Don't do what you did when you made this game come out, because I saw all the new bugs at the beginning, and that kind of just ruins the experience for me. It'd have been nice to see, like... Okay, how should I put this? Okay, so this area I haven't explored that much. Like the picnic table, that could have been where butterflies are, or the milkweeds. That makes sense if they're in the beginning area. Scorpions and scorpiolings, Scorpion Juniors and scorpiolings, or whatever. Put them like... You start right here, put them right in here, that was fine. All these caves that are around in the anthills and stuff, if you wanted to have the bigger scorpions, that's fine. You wanted them to roam, that's fine. Roam them at night like you did the wolf spiders. Roam them at night, make them a tier 3 enemy. Make them only be found at night. Sure, you can find them if you go in a cave, but find them at night. Wolf spiders, hell, you can do that with wolf spiders. Make them to where you can't really find them during the day, but you can find them at night, roaming around, and they're a lot harder to verse. It would have made the game a lot more fun, a lot more incentive to go out at night. There is no incentive to go out at night in this game, and it is a missed opportunity. It is. I'm not going to say it isn't, because if you play this game, new, old, it is a missed opportunity. Yeah, there's a Scorpioling, so I have to say that. Oh boy, a junior. Dang nabbit. That's what happens when I don't heal. But, yeah, no, those are my complaints. I'll try not to complain about it anymore. Let's just turning the disc, I think I'm going to go get my backpack and I'm not really sure what else I want to do with the rest of this video. My venting frustrations had to come out in this video, and I apologize for that. Try not to do that with future videos of gameplay, but those are my thoughts that needed to be expressed. I hear the raw science in this, and I'm stuck behind a piece of grass. Gonna be a tooth in here too? Nope. I'll take the 500 raw science though. Why do I keep traveling around without my aunt? I really gotta stop doing that. Oh, the Scorpione's gonna be back here. Apparently not. Where you at, buddy? Gotta get to... That's what I was gonna go do. I need more bee fuzz, because my house is right beside the ice cream cart, which does have a chip in it, but I want to go exploring in it, but I can't because I freeze to death. I've ran around a good chunk of this map, and I saw videos of the parts that I necessarily haven't been in, and I do want to extreme my experiences playing this game. I'm not going to spoil that much anymore. I'm mostly not watching the videos for Grounded 2, even the winter update. I'm not watching anything on that right now because I don't want to spoil it for myself. If it really does come out in December, then I'm going to stream it. Probably, that is my goal. That is what I would like to do. And I'm hoping that the developers put a decent chunk of old bugs in the game. If they put new ones, great. I know that woolly aphid, I think, was going to appear in the game. Didn't have any interest in that. Tell you, bees are a little bit hard to find in this game, too. Maybe I should use a spear. Longer reach, maybe. Or just die instantaneously. That's... okay. Well, my buggy's dying because I... What are bees weak to? Are they... Oh, wait, I have... No. Okay, I'm not doing that. They've got to be weak. I have not scanned that much. Angry... Are they neutral? Their weakness is slashing and sour? Well... Oh, yeah, that's the orc one. Have I really not scanned... Are you freaking kidding me? I haven't scanned a bee yet. Okay. Well, that's going to be the end of this video. I think... Maybe... If I remember from the first game, I think they're weak to fresh, but I want something with range. And I can actually make it. Alright, well... I can't upgrade it, though. We're going to make some scorpidotes. Of course, I need grass seed. Okay, I think that's going to be the end for this video. I think now that I'm going to grind out some bee fuzz, and we're going to go explore the frozen area next, after I probably spend some time grinding out the base stuff now, because now I have what I wanted. I was looking for wood floors, because I don't want to make my house all grass as much. I prefer the second floor be wood. Is that wolf spider back already? Please tell me. Yeah, see, little asshole here, that thing, I've killed one because it had no health left, and I was able to kill it because it had literally... I poked it with a spear twice. Freaking twice, and I killed it. I tried actually versing one and got my ass kicked. But that's going to be the end of this video, guys. I will see you in the next one, and we will have a lot more positive attitude. That I do promise. I don't want to be a negative, what I call a negative Nancy about everything. So, boy, oh boy, are we going to have a great upper floor. Yeah, that's a good start. Gonna need a lot of rope. Alright, well, yeah, we're gonna end the video. That fucking spider, man. That's the annoyingest thing ever. It creeps me out when it does that noise. Why are you right here? You know what? Actually, hold on. Before we log out, can I make the fire staff? Because if so, I'm about... Oh, yes. Give me the fire staff. Give me that. Okay. I really...
Hell, that is an evil-looking spider.
Is this going to work? Or is it going to be able to come up here? Because if so, I'm screwed. And I screwed myself, but... Quit it, I'm trying to cheese you. No, don't you run. Dang it. Okay, I might be able to... Alright, you know what? We're gonna end the video here. I killed an aphid? Or... Why is there a roasted aphid on the ground? I'm gonna question that. Alright. Yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video. I'm gonna see if I can cheese that guy and build up my base. Peace out, everybody. Goodbye.